Oh, so you had a bunch of the
same dish.
Yeah, right.
All right, we're gonna go live in a second. YouTube, fuck with this over there.
YouTube.
All right.
Baby over here.
Get the YouTube.
Oh shit, we're already live.
Oh,
Blow.
damn.
And just like that, all up in y'all ass.
Oh, all up in your butt.
Like fuck.
What is good
Damn.
on a motherfucking Sunday? It's Sunday, right?
Sunday.
Even though we do a podcast on Sunday, I always think, is it Saturday? No, it's Sunday. Right.
Sunday.
What about
Monday.
what about when you called me from the future? You're like, yeah, bro. So I'll see you tomorrow. And I was like, wait, Sunday?
You know what I mean?
And he's like, babe, what day is it?
She was like, it's Tuesday, motherfucker.
Damn.
And
Well,
on we
shit.
went with the day.
We're here now. We're here now.
It
So
happens.
Yo, I predicted that we'd see Javi again. So
and
I'm
he's
back.
back. Yeah, the Click
I'm
Commander.
the Click
Yo,
Commander.
you don't
This week's
get-
name for Javi is the Click Commander. In case I didn't know.
You don't get the name Click Commander. Sometimes you take a couple hits, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to.
You don't ask the click.
Yeah.
You command it.
Yeah, exactly.
Off top. You know what I'm saying? And
man.
speaking of commanding, this week's guest commands the dabs.
That's right.
There you go.
Yeah.
Heavily.
Yeah. What's up, everybody?
Go ahead.
We you know we do this every time
do.
we have a guest,
We
and
challenge
we actually
ourselves.
getting
Let's
it going so fast today. I bet you folks who tap in are like, "Yo, what the fuck? They're actually on time."
Right. Yo,
That's
it's
crazy.
Yep.
So
I still haven't showed up yet, bro.
and
People think
I'm not
you're
even
late.
I'm not even properly high yet, so I feel that.
All right.
So you're late.
So that being said, though, we have the amazing,
the phenomenal,
the magnanimous,
the incomparable,
the instrumental,
the indestructible.
and yet
Yeah.
the unoutdabbable.
Yes.
I don't know about that one.
John Mendoza Abra fucking Cadabs.
Poof! You saw the magic happen right there,
What's up,
baby.
guys?
Welcome, John.
Glad
Welcome.
to be here. Glad to be here.
Shit,
That's
glad to
good,
have you,
John.
man. Glad to have
Yeah,
you.
thank you for showing up.
This is
Yeah.
where we dab and saw bitches in half, bro.
I'm
Damn.
saying.
You
I'm saying. And if you need that,
Split them down the
just
middle.
let us know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We can do that anytime.
But yeah, no, it's good to have you back. Last time we did it, shout out
Can't hear
to Dre.
any audio,
Dre.
though.
Yep.
Tell them to go to YouTube. That's why.
Go to YouTube, Danny. Go to
So,
YouTube, Danny. We definitely got that over there.
Last time we had you on was the Super Audio Network.
Yes.
Super Audio
see
Network.
right
I think
here.
Elder Sensei was there.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
right.
Shout out to Dre.
That's always dope.
Yeah, so yeah, that was a real dope episode. You stopped by a couple times before that just to bless us and hang out.
Yeah.
And I took a break for a minute, so came back. You know, got a squad. We're here, new location.
Yeah.
Shout out to Underground Hip Hop Blog. And yeah, so we're here. We're back. You know, same shit. You know, we talk that shit, talk that shit, talk that shit.
Whole lot of shit talking.
So for
But
starters,
a lot's happened since then.
yeah. I mean, if you want to jump right into it,
A lot.
A lot has happened.
let's let them know.
Yeah, let us know.
I mean, shit. No, I'm talking about like period in
In
the
the
world
world, in
going
the wor-
on.
yeah,
you
in
know
the
what I mean?
world,
In
yeah.
a global
Oh,
sense, things
yeah,
have
on the
definitely
global-
gotten like
Yeah, you
a
know,
lot different.
Like nobody anticipated it. I mean, at least on for
Yeah,
us,
yeah.
it was just like I know I had events planned. Everybody had fucking plans, and the shit got completely fucking ruined.
And we're
So-
literally at the year point
Yeah.
in about a couple of days because wasn't it like the 14th to the 17th, I think, when
Yeah.
the shit
March.
hit the fan?
I saw a memory from the flyer that I was gonna do the show, and it was like, damn, what up, Eddie? It was like, damn, I was gonna DJ at the show.
What up, Danny?
I was like,
Thanks for
damn, it's a
tapping in.
fucking year. It has been a year.
Yeah.
Feels like 2 years.
What up,
though.
Danny?
It does. Yo,
Fuck,
so
yo, the real talk and the time spent, and even though time does move kind of fast,
Yeah.
that
def-
shit felt taxing.
it hit the brakes for us big time. How did you survive the year? Like, what kept you? Was it gaming? Was it planning out the next year? The
Oh
moves?
man, honestly, I thought like COVID was coming, and I'm like, yo, it's things are gonna change up, and then all of a sudden, like I just got busier, and I was like, yo, this
That's
is
a
like
good
weird
thing.
because like
Yeah.
I'm thinking things are gonna go like still and stagnant, but
And yet the tree industry
Yeah.
just became essential.
well, that I mean, right off the gate, I mean, I don't know if you guys remember, but on the news, all the dispensaries were getting all lined up with
Yeah.
everybody buying weed
Yeah.
because they're like,
Yeah.
yo, we're gonna be posted up for a minute, might as well get high as
Folks
fuck.
thought that weed was gonna be like over. Everybody
Yeah.
thought everything was gonna be over.
Yeah, at the beginning that was crazy.
Yeah.
Man. So, literally, I don't know what it is. People got time to sit around and think about, things that they don't normally think about. And, online sales are going crazy, sold out a lot of times. And so,
hell yeah.
And
That's
then,
tight.
That's a
yeah,
good
man.
thing.
And then the good thing about it is we don't fuck with shout out to people that do what they do, but our product isn't from China. So we didn't have that whole delay where like COVID hit,
word.
and,
Right.
shipping and distribution.
We'll
'cause-
circle back to that too.
Yeah,
We're
'cause
all
everything's-
locally
So in a
known.
lot of ways, that made you even more of a household name, right?
Yeah, but I wasn't really ready for it. So it's like you can't even forecast that kind of stuff, like a pandemic. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like who would have thought?
You can just hope that it's like all timing in a way, right?
Yeah. Literally, it is, man.
Like during the pandemic, like you said, people were sitting around thinking about stuff. Were you thinking about other things aside from your business?
Being in the cannabis industry, man, it's a roller coaster, and you can't. It's not even predictable. You just got to ride with it. And unfortunately, but fortunately, I've adapted to it because you got no other choice. It's like either you're gonna survive or you don't.
That's the
And
hustle.
you
That's
can't
the
even
hustler.
stop to
That's
think
the
about
hustler
stuff. You just
and
do.
the hustler.
And so then, the pandemic hits, and it's like, all right, what else you got? You know what I mean?
Right.
Hit me
All
with-
right,
hit me
what you
with
got?
it.
It was like literally like Forrest Gump with the captains on the boat.
Lieutenant
Now,
Did
did you have big events planned that were like stopped because of this? What was in the works that kind of got halted by it though, if anything? Because obviously a lot of things didn't get halted for you and the cannabis industry, but like live events. I saw a lot of like what was this one event they had out in the desert? Hall of Flowers, I believe.
Oh yeah, that was up north in near that's where near past Sacramento. I forgot what little town that is. Santa Rosa, I think it is. They do that over there.
Okay,
Hall
okay.
of Flowers or something like that.
Yeah, I think they do that there, and I think
Yeah.
they're stationed somewhere out here in the desert or something. Because I think they were about to try and launch one, and that got killed. Everything that was going to happen in May. May was a big month for cannabis last year. They just got killed. I saw with big live events.
Yeah, no, I mean, even with the events, I mean, I didn't have any dates planned. We had the annual Abracadabs that happens in March,
Right.
But that wasn't coming up yet, and then there was still talks with the city because it was, when you're doing a cannabis event, it's kind of like difficult because you got the city, you got the sheriffs, and they're all their own entities. So like,
Right.
we had something in the books, but luckily nothing was like we're ready to go and contracts were signed.
Right.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, I was already doing like, we had like a bus tour in Los Angeles. We call it Smokers Tour.
So lit.
Yeah, so we all get on a bus and we all get high as fuck, and then we're driving through Los Angeles, stopping at like one of the cafes or going to the Santa Monica Pier. But yeah, so like I'm always doing something, like because you can't keep your eggs all in one basket, man.
Of course.
Literally. So
Right.
I mean, I just thought like, yo, what's gonna happen now? Like, and then COVID hit, and then all of a sudden, just got busier, man. And shout out to like those that are looking out and supporting. Because during that time, like, you know what I mean? They came through.
Right.
Reals.
Right.
Quick
man.
question.
Yeah.
Danny's got a question. She said, is being pre-ICO even relevant anymore? Or has laws become more relaxed for smaller guys?
Ooh.
We were doing it when you weren't supposed to be doing it. We've been doing this since 2013. So,
That's right.
I mean, I shout out to everybody. I mean, really, it's a wild, wild west, man. There's so many things going on. Pre-ICO, ICO, recreational. I mean, however you get your money, man, get your money.
Yeah,
That's
get
all
your
I can
paper.
say.
Yes, sir.
Get your paper.
Yeah.
So let's go back into the history. When you first started, I think what a lot of people remember is the experience going to the events.
Yeah.
So what was one of the earlier events that you did pre-Abracadabs? Was there a name? Was there a
Yeah, man. No, actually, the first event I ever did was Abracadabs.
Tight.
But the second event that really like jumped it off, there was a couple other events, but it was Abracadabs back in 2013 in Pomona at a small place called Friar's Tux, and it used to be like a little hip hop spot where like artists would go out there. Yeah, Friar's Tux out there on Arrow in Pomona.
I'm actually aware of that one. Arrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like you could go there and like if you were a promoter or even like an artist, as long as you could fill a place up, they would let you keep the door, and then they would give you a percentage of the bar. You know what I mean?
Damn, that's hella fair.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said. Yeah, because
So they were probably real dead, huh? Like if y'all weren't bringing the business through?
Well, if you don't bring the business, then you didn't make no money at the door, and you're not making anything at the bar. So I mean, the owner was pretty cool. I think he was like, he was at the. he needed the money, obviously, or else he wouldn't be doing that.
Right.
So he gave you a shot. He gave you a shot. Like,
Yeah, I mean, he was really cool. I was talking to him, and I was like, "Yo, what's it take to do an event here?" Because I was at an event there, and he's like, "Yeah, you just let us know what day you want to do it." And I was like, "Really? That's it?" And then you keep the door, whatever the door is. And I was like, "Cool, let's do it." And then so did Abracadabs with Tumex. Shout out to Tumex.
Fire.
Nice.
Yeah, because he was my boy, and we had done some stuff with. He was doing the show out there in San Bernardino, man, the big one. Pay Dues.
Yeah.
Pay Dues.
Ah,
Pay
okay,
dues.
okay.
Yeah, so it was after that, and so then we got together, and then he got Lord Zen from Visionaries. We had a couple artists too. Can't even remember right now. But yeah, did a first event there, and then after that, we did another event above the clouds there, and it was more
Such a
crowded.
good name.
Yeah, it was more
I
crowded.
remember that name. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fire name for a fucking consumption event, yo.
Yo, Above the Clouds was dope, but like Abracadabs, like it brought out all the weed heads, but Above the Clouds, it brought out more of the hip hop heads, and they didn't really
Right.
get it. Like it was above the clouds, like high
Yeah.
above the clouds.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And, but it was
man.
still dope, and we were still like, you couldn't smoke inside the spot, but you could smoke outside on the patio. So we had like little vendors set up out there. This is before sessions or anything like that. Now there's a word term for it called sessions, but before back then it was just an event. And so then we did Above the Clouds, and it was a very successful event. And we got into it with the owner because it was like, yo, bro, like, what's up with the percentages on the bar? And he was like telling us it was a number, which we were like, how is that when it's like 3 times as many people here?
Exactly. Yeah.
That's
You know what I
wild,
mean?
man.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
wild.
Oh, man, I had to
Damn.
pay bills.
Yo, so when you did Abracadabs, right? You came up with the name Abracadabs. Was it instant? Was it easy for you?
Yeah, it was instant, man. I was just driving. I'm always driving, even today. Always
right.
like delivering weed or like picking up some weed, and so
Stay
I was,
busy type, right?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
always all over the place. So like, it just hit me. But one of the weird things was I thought about Mandrake the Magician.
Oh,
that was
shit.
in my head.
Nice.
So that was
Okay.
part of the first flyer. You know what I mean? I
Okay.
was thinking like vintage. I don't know what it was, but
It
I
was
was
like that
Abracadabra.
50s. Oh, not 50s, like 20s, 30s. I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mandrake. Yeah, that's classic. Yo.
But it was like so ahead of its time though, because like everybody at the time was thinking of dabs as a dance move. So like
Oh,
nobody
yeah.
nobody caught the dabs part. They were like, "Yo, what you mean like this?"
Yeah.
Abracadabs?
And that's when I was.
yeah, no shit. And that's what I'm saying. It's all types of magicals.
wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's funny.
yeah, I mean, anyways, and then we, did that event, and then we were like, "Yo, I got to get my own spot because this is like not working out. I could already see this guy getting greedy with the money.
Right.
It just didn't seem
Always
sustainable.
happens.
Yeah. And then so then we meet up with my boy from the Machine in Pomona, and they were doing hip hop shows there.
Machine Gallery.
Yeah, the Machine Art Gallery, and
Judah.
Judah. Yeah, shout out to Judah.
Shout
man.
out.
Judah.
Yeah.
Yo, that was a crazy one. So then the third event I did was 710ers Fest, and at the time nobody knew what 710 was either.
That's another one that was a first
Yeah.
timer. Yeah.
Bro, hold on, time out. You've been ahead of the game already 3 times in the
Yeah.
past,
You catching that?
Yeah,
Man,
it's just
dude. Peace
Yeah.
to everybody tapping in.
Zoom.
So
Shoot
with,
over to YouTube.
so with that, it's, the virus stuff, everything else, business, it's hard to anticipate certain things, but I feel like when you're in tune with your crowd, your audience,
Yeah.
when you really know what's in your product and you know your customers and you know that, you're kind of a part of that wavelength, so you kind of do know. And you've already been ahead of it, like I said. So
Yeah.
what would you attribute that to, what I said, as far as kind of knowing what's out there, or what is it?
I think you just got to be so like convinced on what you're doing, and you can't even stop to think about some of the stuff you're doing, because if you think about it, some of the stuff you do is kind of crazy. But well, whatever it is, like whenever you have that momentum and you're going, like things will come together like that, like magically, like literally,
Yeah.
like without even knowing, and like it's weird, man. Like I've done so many stuff, like especially with Abracadabs and all the brands, and like, knock on wood, nothing's ever bad happened, but like things like literally magically come together, man. And there's like so many obstacles that you got to come across on doing a weed event. And even when you're doing a weed event and it's illegal, which we did in the early days, because there wasn't events like this, you know what I mean? It was all medical, and everybody had to have their medical rec. But anyways, yeah, man, there's been a lot of amazing people that come through, and shout out to Pawz One, because like, for real, me and Pawz, we go back, and that literally, that's why I always come through whenever you ask, or whenever you need something, I'm there to support, because
That's right.
he's one of those individuals that is
Appreciate it.
part of that came through for me like when we needed an artist or last minute
host.
thing.
Yeah.
Like
That
he's
shit
like
was-
very resourceful, and like, man, I could call him up, and he's one of the very few people that'll legitimately help you, where everybody else will be like, yeah, sure, I'll look
me
out.
hit you back.
Yeah, let me see what I could do, and never hear from them. Where Pawz, he'll get in there and he'll like get you somebody that gets you in contact and make it happen.
I think what that comes from is like I've gone to places and I'm like, yo, I could tell this person gives a fuck about what they're doing. So I'm like, how can I help? Because I like what they're doing, and obviously the rest of these people like what they're doing. So if I can help in one way or another, so that was always dope being hit up. Like, yeah, bro, fuck yeah, because I enjoy myself. You know what I mean at the shows. So like,
And see, that's dope though. It's the mutual exchange. Just as much as you felt like, man, I need my mans for this to host. Dope. He came through. Pawz is like, yo, there's an opportunity for me to tap in with the people.
Yeah.
You know, that's synchronicity. That's
Yeah.
wonderful in that situation.
Yeah, because a lot of the times, man, it's putting out fires and just trying to figure out, because things aren't always going to go your way. Like I said, I'm used to it being so chaotic. And it's like, imagine, like one day I was like, yo, that'd be dope to where everything goes the way you plan it. But like that rarely happens.
But
You know what I mean?
But what crazy is when it goes chaotic, you remember those events the most.
Yeah,
When
it
it's a
does.
mess,
It does.
for the better or worse, I imagine.
Yeah, but
so,
in the
yeah.
moment, like you don't want that. Like in the
Yeah.
moment, you're like, yo, like
But
why
you
can't
learn-
it go like this? But it goes the way it goes, and luckily, you adapt to it. If you don't, it is what it is, and hopefully it comes out to whatever it is. But like everything's always happened the way it was supposed to be. And
Facts.
Shout out to Pawz, man, because
dope.
he's
That's
been
dope.
very instrumental in a lot of the events that we did, and things popped because of the way he came through. You know what I mean?
yeah, and vice versa, because there's people that heard me or saw me there for the first time. Like they were, different side of town, different event, whole different animal. And that was another thing too that I wanted to say was I felt like the way you paired everything together with Above the Clouds, like I hadn't really seen that happen. Like I've been to some, events and, there's a DJ or whatever, but the way you paired it up, the way you kind of set it up, and I'm like, damn, the rap scene is a whole different beast from this.
Yeah.
And then the legal shit, because I remember showing up to one and like the security wasn't fucking with these guys. And it's literally everything that makes the event happen.
Yeah.
Every part of it wasn't working except you.
What up, Darmedius? We see you.
I pulled up and I was like, yo, what's up, bro? Blah, blah, blah. And you're like, oh yeah, this and that. And then da-da-da-da-da. And like, I'm like, damn, can you imagine like just dealing with a rap show?
Yeah,
but then
not
you
imagine.
got this element, and then you still have like the cops at the door, possibly.
Yeah.
Like,
shit.
bro.
Yo, speaking of that, what event
The medias.
had the wildest end? And by
Oh,
wildest
man.
end, I
The
mean
one-
which one got
hey.
rated the best?
No, like
Yeah.
the one at in the Pomona at Seven Tennis Fest, it was my third event ever, and like literally, like it was Abracadabs was like cool, but I like I knew I could do it better. So then Above the Clouds came and we made it better,
Right.
But it was like it was a whole different, like it was a more hip hop sway than the cannabis side. So then we did Seven Tennis Fest, but Seven Tennis Fest was like early like subculture. Everybody knew what 710 was if you knew. And like literally they came from everywhere. So like from like filling up the Friars Tuck was like 200 capacity, filled that up kind of. Above the Clouds filled it up a lot, but then like going to the Machine Art Gallery was like a big jump, and like you can't really gauge it, you know what I mean? So like you just got to go, and so that one literally it sold out at 10 a.m. in the morning, and I couldn't, like people showed up even that didn't even have tickets wanting to get in.
Facts.
And if you know where the Machine is, it's right by the Pomona police station, dude.
It is, yeah.
Literally, it's right there in downtown LA.
It's a machine, all right.
Yeah. You see the parking structure for
Yeah,
the fucking
dude.
courthouse and the police station
You see people
right there.
getting booked?
Actually, no. When you walk out of the building and you look to your right,
It's like diagonal.
you see it.
Yeah,
You're pretty
yeah.
much looking at the front door of the police station. So you're like,
So they're over there with popcorn, like, let's see who comes out and does the first stupid thing.
Yeah,
you know, like,
well, they thought it was a hip hop show because it was known for hip hop shows.
Yeah.
But then we
Right.
had all kinds of vendors set up on the patio.
That was
and,
dope.
yeah, and then it was like it was sold out. People were still trying to get in. I'm talking about waiting hours. Came from like far places, man.
I remember that too.
Yeah. I was like, yo, you didn't really come like 4 hours, and they're like, yeah, I did. I was like, let me see your ID, and they were literally,
Yeah.
So I had to let some people get through, but man, that was crazy because in the parking lot, the fence was only 4 feet high.
oh, shit.
And the cops are literally going through the alley like super slow, man.
just sizing up the whole.
Yeah.
Filming that shit with their
And
phones.
Judah
like-
was losing it. Like he was all stressing out. It was all over the place. And then what happened was somebody, one of the attendees had did some crazy drugs. I don't think it was weed or dabs or anything.
Damn.
And they started freaking out. And then like literally they were trying to climb the walls, and then Judas freaked out. So we called the ambulance, and then the ambulance came, police came. But it was like already towards the end of the event. But that was the most craziest one because like it was beyond capacity, which was like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Like luckily it's not a 2-story building and all that. Like it's a fire hazard, fire trap and all that. But like it was out of capacity. People still wanted to get in. And it was like busting out the seams. And then like when that happened, Judah was like, "El, we gotta stop, man." And I was like, "Yeah, you're right.
gonna need a bigger,
That's wild, man.
Yeah, but that was like so unpredictable. Like you just didn't know it was gonna be that big. And then ever since then, Abracadabs, and then Above the Clouds, it just got bigger and bigger, and then just needed bigger venues, all the way to like a baseball stadium. It ended up growing up to.
Word?
Rosie said, you got all the Budfather stuff.
Yeah, I got some Budfather, and then I got my boy Cannabis Bootlegger stuff right here. So shout out to these guys.
Shout out to both of y'all, actually.
Yeah.
So, question, man, like, what did the transition? What was it like? Like, were you a big weed smoker and then concentrate, or were you already like a hash head, and then dabs came along? What did that?
I was always they didn't have hash back then. It was honey oil back in the day.
Hey, I remember that. I had a jar of that shit. Facts.
And that shit was like rare back in the day because we didn't have dispensaries like they do today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so like when somebody had it from like Humboldt or something, or made some from somebody that knows how to make it, we smoked that. But I was smoking weed, growing weed. On the Prop 215, I was in the early, got my rec when you had to pretend you were sick or you had it.
Yeah.
So hold on, time out. What was your fake ailment? Was it like, my back?
Yeah, it was back, man.
That's the easy one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was the back.
Funny, my back, my neck.
It was crazy because you used to have to get a medical rec for like $150. Now it's like they're like $25 for
I
like
remember.
$30.
Did you ever get the one in Hollywood from that one doctor that won the federal case?
Nah, I got mine in PreICO right off the 405.
That's right. That's right.
Right
There
by
was
the
a cat
Best
over
Buy.
here in Hollywood that charged $350 because apparently he actually won a Fed case, and he'll come testify for you if they ever win.
Wow. Shout out to him, bro.
That dude was the dude, man.
Doctor Who?
What was it? Was it?
Yeah.
I want to say it was
Luckily, we don't need that
Eidelman.
no
It was
more.
Eidelman. Yo, Dr. Eidelman.
There you go, Dr. Eidelman.
If you're under 21, there you go to get legal.
What's the dude on Venice? What are
Bud doctor. Bud doctor.
They try to pull you
The
in.
little hallway.
Yeah. That
How
shit's
about
funny.
that other one? It was Dr. Priya, the hot like Indian chick, and like she
shit.
was gonna give you your bud card.
Wow.
Yo, but you gotta love how that works, though. I mean, for anybody who ain't never got a wreck before in Cali and knows the whole deal, like,
Man, that was the way to go. Like just meeting up in a lobby, waiting for with the other stoners trying to get your medical
do you
card.
feel me though?
Like everybody's all quiet, pretending they're like hurt.
We all have the same symptoms.
What about there's a Tom Segura bit. I don't know if you like Tom Segura, the comedian, but he has a bit where he's trying to get his rec, and he's sitting there, and I don't remember it all, but it's fucking hilarious because he could hear the guy in the other room.
Yeah.
And the doctor goes in there and then some shit, and then he comes to see him, and he goes, "Oh man, you should hear about the guy in the other room. Like his eyes are really messed up."
Yeah.
Yo, funny one is these dudes in Hollywood that I went to a bootleg one, like I think it was by the Chick-fil-A on Sunset, right?
Yeah.
And it was one of these places you go in, it says $25, you get your rec.
Yeah.
And I go, I fill it out, and I put depression. And then I walk into the motherfucking room, right? And the room, there's just a laptop.
What?
That's
The
it.
doctor is on a Skype with me, chilling on his bed, because I could see his headboard behind me.
Yeah.
And he's like, so, and I'm like, how'd you get my file, my guy?
yeah.
Like, so he's like, yeah, so you're depressed, right? Yeah, man, real depressed, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Real
super depressed.
I'm depressed coming
Sad,
into
yeah.
this.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
sad
You don't
you're
have to
not.
go to a medical.
Damn.
Right? Yeah,
Yeah.
Presto Doctor does that right there. You go online, they email you, they FaceTime you, and boom,
Fucking
they email you
amazing.
your medical rec.
Wow. I wanted to ask you about the branding because I feel like there's a lot of stuff that I've seen, going to different sessions and different shit.
Yeah.
And like some people just kind of take something that's already out, maybe change the name, whatever, a little twist on
Fact.
it. But it's not like you kind of remember it, but not really.
Yeah.
I feel like everything that you've come out with, like the stickers that are over there, the shirts,
Yeah.
the hats. I remember I went on tour and I had an Abracadabs hat. And I'm pretty sure the fucking people out there didn't know what it was, wherever, Oklahoma, wherever the fuck.
Right.
And but they wanted the hat.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, damn, I wanted to link them and like somehow give them some stickers or whatever it was. But your branding has always been on point.
Appreciate that, man.
How big of a role do you play in that artistically, where you're like, you know what?
Yeah,
I
true.
want it to look like this.
You know, it's just like the name. It just comes to you, man. And like when you're in sync with what you're doing, like, you know, you just got to keep
sure.
your your chakras open, and then, you know, you start to see all kinds of things, especially being in Los Angeles with a lot of graffiti. I mean, there's a lot of influence if you're looking for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear
You know
that.
what I mean? So, you know, it's just LA culture. Some of it is. Some of the stuff's just like we got the wake and bake. That's just a slogan that everybody's already know.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, we have the bacon smoking weed. But yeah, I mean,
I like that. The bacon smoking weed.
Yeah.
Word? That's dope. Fuck
yeah. So I mean,
Oh, let me see that. Let me see the bacon one.
Hold on. Yeah, we got all kinds of
yeah.
fantastic.
And then we got the
Yo.
and Dabs We Trust right there with the
I want some
Illuminati
bacon,
eye.
This is the real Smoke Bacon, right here.
Facts.
It sounds like a rapper name, Smoke Bacon.
Yeah.
Smoke.
You were saying about the graph stuff, the influence being out here. What elements, if any, did you try in hip hop? Like, we'll get into the introduction to hip hop. We all have a certain story, but did you ever try to b-boy? I asked this question to a lot of the homies that are on because they don't. I don't have a lot of rappers on the show. I don't have a lot of. I want to see. Was it something that drew you in, and you're like, yo, I'm gonna try that, or I'm gonna try to DJ? Like that shit looks dope.
Yeah, I mean, I DJ'd, but you know, I was part of the '90s dance crews and shit like that. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Yeah.
They had
Oh, we remember that
party
shit.
crews and shit.
Word, which were you in? What party?
Oh, hey man, it's not even a big one, but you know what I mean.
Shoot it.
Yeah, it was. And they called it LFK. It was
LFK.
yeah. It had different meanings. It was like
Okay.
love for Krylon,
Oh, dope.
Latin's finest kings, you know, shit like that.
Yo, that second one, that second one. I think I saw that on some flyers, my guy.
So you guys were out there just slaying the ladies, though. Slaying,
Yeah.
Well, no, it was about dancing. We used to battle, like, so you get against a front of another crew, and you guys would daddle, like almost
Yeah.
like break battles.
I
and stuff
remember.
like that.
I remember those.
I was in one of those too, man. I was in one called Metro. So
Yeah, and
trust
then they
me,
started getting
Metro.
crazy, and they started shooting at parties. But
Bro,
in
big
the early days,
facts.
it was like all fun.
Oh,
Yup.
yup.
Yeah.
I remember that, and that was the tag banger era too, where it was like there was dudes that were in party crews that did graph and were part of a clique of a neighborhood,
Yeah.
all at the same fucking time.
At the same
and you're like, damn,
fucking time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get
And
my
then
crew.
they'd be
Which
rebels.
one?
You know, rebels was a big thing back
Yeah,
then.
that was
right?
right there. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was kind of where a lot of dudes were
Rebel
actually
Familia.
hiding.
Yeah.
You know, you go to an event and this dude's got plucked eyebrows, but they strapped.
Yeah,
You
oh,
feel me?
yeah,
So it's
yeah.
like
Oh,
you
that
could
kinda
still get
hiding.
popped in the
Yeah,
I
ass.
thought it was
Fools
the other
going
kind of
down.
hiding.
Yeah, that's
Pull
crazy.
his earring off.
I do remember that.
Yup.
Yeah, man. So and I was
Rebel
also a
Familia.
tagger. You know, shout out to all the taggers out there.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So
man.
okay, let's go into this one. The hip hop song that you can recall, like the earliest one that you heard, where you're like, "What the fuck is that?" It could have been an uncle, your pops, a neighbor, somebody. Like, what's one of the? It don't got to be the exact
Facts.
one, but which
Well,
one is close?
Yeah, I mean, man, we had the Wake Up Show on Saturday
right, Daddy.
on Saturday nights. So everything the Wake Up Show was playing, man, I was, you know, even if I mean back then you couldn't like Google anybody, like you couldn't.
That's
what
where
is,
you found
Shazam.
Real
You couldn't
shit,
Shazam.
bro.
Yeah.
So
Nothing.
like, you know, we used to go to Beat Non-Stop and Fat Beats.
Yup.
On Melrose and dig through crates and find a bunch of artists, and that's how I came across, like, you know, the Visionaries, Dilated, like all the underground artists. You know, man, I could go. There's so many. Like,
Yeah,
There's
but
so
those-
AwolOne.
Yeah.
Shout out to AWOL. He's designed. He designed one of those designs up there.
I
Oh,
gotta,
word?
bro,
Hell yeah.
I gotta get him on here because that dude, he's influenced me in a lot of ways, but I didn't realize how much he did. Like he you know, his drawing
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, he raps, produces his drawings, and then he does the digital stuff. Then he prints.
Yeah, he's got a children's book too.
Yeah, I wonder what else he does that we don't know about. That, like, cause he's he's got
Yeah,
multiple
yeah.
talents.
Yeah, some cats like him are definitely multifaceted. I mean, you don't hear a lot of
Renaissance.
cats like
Yeah,
that, you know?
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
for real.
Really dope.
He's very talented, and also he's made a couple of the magicians that we've had for Abracadabs.
Oh,
and some of
word?
the flyers.
Nice.
Yeah, it's tight,
Yeah,
man.
man, he was a part of the early day stuff. So shout out to AwolOne too.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Do you still, do you have the original designer who drew the Abracadabs logo, the original one? Is that still one
Yeah, it
of your
was AWOL.
designers?
It was AWOL. AWOL drew the first one.
There you
Like,
go.
The first flyer
There
was
you
Magic
go.
the Magician.
Set it off properly.
Yeah, but anything AWOL does is like crazy. Like, so the first magician's like, it's like wicked.
Fantasy art.
Yeah, he's got
Look,
an
yeah,
eye
that
in the
on
middle of his forehead, like that way
Yeah.
out,
Fuck yeah.
like sorcery shit.
I love that shit. Kind of like the old Led Zeppelin, you know,
Yeah.
look, stuff like that too.
Yeah.
You know, 70s rock and roll type of.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
he gets down, dude.
So going back into the shows, the aspect we talked about earlier, as you were building up, the shows were growing. Was there somebody that was on the bucket list where it's like, yo, I'd love to get this dude to headline one of my shows?
Yeah, man, that's a whole nother conversation right there, booking artists. Like that's an interesting thing because when you're booking artists, like you got a bucket list, but you can't even have a bucket list because once they know that you got a bucket list for them, that's it. Their rates go crazy.
Yo, I don't think people on the other side of it realize that.
That's like, a whole negotiation. Yeah. Like you could talk about that for a minute.
That's knowing when to hold them and when to fold them right there, straight up. Like,
so if you got a bucket list, you got to act like it's not your bucket list, and they're just like any other artist. Whilst you're going to get taxed on,
it's your composure.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, but have you ever felt like you're an event promoter, right? So, you know, have you ever felt like I need to pay this dude for my event to pop?
You know, nah, because you know I've been very fortunate enough where people were going for the event and like the artist was just like the cherry on top. Like it was
that's what I'm talking
like it's
about.
cool
That's
that
dope.
they're gonna be, and that's really what you want to do to build your brand because what happens is like you just want to make it a dope event. Period. Like you don't want it to be because of this, because of that, because as soon as you don't have that, you're gonna always be chasing the upper ante and like
I hear that,
and then it's gonna come to an end. Like it's just. You're not going to get this artist, or this artist is going to be like, you know, want so much money, and then is it going to be a return on your investment? So, I mean, when you're throwing events, you got to make sure you can pay all the bills, or else you're not going to be throwing that much more any longer. You know what I mean?
At one of your shows, who's been the cherry on top?
Oh man, there's been so many dope artists. You know, the first cherry on top was Dilated Peoples when they first came out.
Sheesh.
There you go.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Signed, sealed, and official, right there. Like that is dope as shit, man.
Yeah, it was dope, man. We had a good time, and then they did such a good like they just killed it every time. We had to bring them back again.
Hell yeah,
you know, and at another event. So,
but see, that's a high level booking right there. So off top, that's what I'm talking about. You know, like
the top, the cherry
I mean,
on
these
top,
days you see
people.
I think the last time I saw somebody pull out like, oh, okay, well, somebody did like Wiz at a show.
Oh yeah.
You know, and that was I think fairly recent. That was some of my folks actually that did that, but. Yeah, besides that, you know, I mean, events are trickling back in. On that topic, do you have any events coming up? Like outdoor or something like that? Like
I mean, you know, you think about it, but that's a touchy subject, you know what I mean? Because you're going to have people on both sides where like, yo, like, how can you do that? It's like, you know, luckily I don't need to do that to be making money.
To stay relevant and do your thing, right?
Yeah, because there's so many other things to do besides events. I mean, I'm looking forward to events, but I'm also looking forward just to have events with just friends and like, you know what I mean, get together because there's a lot of dope people I haven't seen in a minute, like Pawz. I haven't seen them before the COVID hit.
It was since then.
A lot of so there's a lot of people I'd like to see again, and those kind of events I miss.
Well, you know, like you see the shit that Insomniac's doing, right?
Yeah,
where they do like
the
drive-through events.
Yeah,
and that's kind of dope. Like. I kind of feel like, fuck, that'd be interesting to see if somebody could kind of pull off a drive-through consumption event.
But stoners are kind of different, man. Like if you're like most stoners, if they're gonna get high, they're just gonna stay home. Like why do I gotta go drive somewhere to get high?
True.
So like you gotta it's a different set of stoners where like, yo, I want to go have a good time, buy a bunch of shit.
Oh man, we just got called out. How are you guys now blazing one? The Budfather joints. Pass me one, please.
Yeah, we're gonna pass them up.
Is this for the
No,
house?
I got a bunch of other stuff right here.
Oh man, see, look,
he's digging into the stash.
Just like a magician, my man just decided to go in the bag right now. What the fuck?
Talking about.
No. Watch this.
He pulled out.
First off.
Damn.
Yeah, so I got some white rounds from my boy Cannabis Bootlegger. Shout out to Steve.
That's dope.
Yeah, I don't know if we get that on camera.
Yeah, that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So
we got some white
right
rounds
there.
Here, throw that right here. Let them see that real quick one time.
Watch.
Wow.
Screenshots.
So because of COVID, we don't have to share joints. We got one for everybody.
Damn.
Sleeping.
See?
I'm just gonna say it.
Damn.
Y'all sleeping.
Looking out for each other.
With that being said earlier,
These three
going
are
back
for Javi
with
to the
Tense.
dome. These three are for Javi to the
That's it.
dome.
Thank you, sir.
That's it. I'll be sleeping and snoring right here.
I'll probably be done with both of these by the time we leave, gentlemen. So no worries about that.
What was the question you had, Javi?
Because he said mostly stoners will be at home.
Yeah,
Have you ever thought of doing a virtual like get together?
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
I mean, that'll be a hit.
Yeah, no, it will be, and that's something I've been thinking about lately.
And I hope that
is a virtual
you know,
event. But like I said, I've been so busy, man. Like today is like one of the days I got to rest. So like, literally, I am not even bullshitting. Like, been super busy, and want to do that, but got to execute it properly, man.
Yeah, for sure.
It's got to
for
look
sure.
right. It's
You
got
know
to
what I
look
mean?
right. It's
Yeah,
got to
for
sound
sure.
right. So
I see what Rosie said right there. She said no sharing in 2021.
yeah, this
Right.
is your.
You know, yeah. I mean, personal spliffs are definitely recommended.
Prices have gone down on flour, so you don't really have to
They've gone down. You say they've gone down. You say
back
All
in
right.
the days, man, prices were no joke.
I mean, but you do see that there are things out here going for like 80, 85 an eighth though. So
Yeah.
that's why I'm like the prices went down.
No, they did. I
appreciate
mean,
it.
that was like back in the days. A gram used to be
I
what,
don't
$25?
That is so fucking true.
Like 30. I remember $35 a gram.
I remember when the poison came around, Poison OG.
Poison
I
OG.
had cats coming at me like, "Yo, it's $30 a gram because it's the poison." Fuck out of here, bro.
with all the pesticides in that.
My God, dog.
Let's
Factuality.
let's talk about
Poison.
that. Let's talk about.
Yo, you got that lighter?
right here, sir.
Oh yeah.
No, I got you right here. Oh.
We I think we mentioned something on the way. Asimov, we were talking about the whole,
Like purity levels. And
yeah,
whatnot? Oh
let's
yeah.
get into that.
Okay, well, that's actually excellent because you've been in the game for
Yeah.
a long time
Yeah,
when
yeah.
oil was new, right? Pretty
Yeah.
much because the
Yeah.
time frames you was talking about, I remember. First time I took wax was probably like 08, but it was trash.
Yeah, yeah.
It was that shit when you hit it.
Yeah.
Your chest was burning.
yeah.
You're like,
damn.
why the fuck did I do this?
Exactly.
You feel me? Like, when did like the standards change up? Do you feel the standards are enough right now? Like, are you happy with the state of concentrates?
You know what? I mean, the state of concentrations, I like it where it's at, but I mean, a lot of people switched up, and a lot of people are looking down on the way it used to be. Like at one time, everybody loved Shatter. And,
Facts, yes.
you know what I mean? So like everybody's like, on some tip, we're like, yeah, they're better than this and that. And to me, all weed is weed. You know what I mean? As long as it's like healthy and purged right and shit like that. But
Okay. Well, let
You
me
know
ask
what I
you
mean?
something. Does like batter, right? For the, now there's batter, there's diamonds, there's fucking butter.
yeah, we got some
there's-
diamonds right there.
Sheesh, damn. I got my packs charging up, so
Yeah,
that's
bro,
litty.
I got a Pawz run this rig right here, an Abracadabs rig with the gold decal.
Oh, that's
but that's
fire.
real gold though. That's not no
Wow.
bullshit.
We do not cut corners.
Yeah,
We
and if
do
you can
not
see, it's made in
cut
California.
corners.
Like this is not no Chinese glass.
That's beautiful.
Damn.
Yeah.
That is beautiful.
That's
But
straight
yeah, I
out of
mean,
glass.
with Abracadabs, we did a cup, and all the entries were lab tested. That was part of it, and nobody asked us to lab test. We just knew it was the right thing to do, and we wanted to know the potency and how much ppms and all that stuff it was in there. But shout out to the cannabis industry because like they upped their own ante. Like in the beginning, before like legalization came,
Yeah.
they were already trying to make better weed than they were already making. So like they didn't need the government to come in and say, hey, you guys need to make it at this standard. You know what I
Right.
mean?
It was because the consumer wanted better fucking weed, right?
But not only that, they did. Like, you know what I mean? Like one of the, like if you're a good grower, like shout out to all the growers, like you're
Yes,
always
sir.
trying to grow better weed. And like
Yes,
if once
sir.
you got good weed, you're trying to make it healthier and like you know what I mean? Or more organic or like greater flush. You know what I
all
mean?
of that.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Basically trying to perfect the tree. Yeah.
Exactly, and then once you perfect that, a lot of growers they'll go on to another strain because you could grow one strain, but then the other strain's a whole different animal. You know what I mean?
Big facts.
Yeah. So
Okay. I see that. Now that makes perfect sense
Yeah.
though. Now, speaking to that though, like is there a variance? Like, okay, say for example, any cat who only smokes shatter, right?
Yeah.
And now they're trying to go out there and they're trying to buy concentrates and maybe they like want to experiment. Is there a variance? Is batter, diamonds, all of that? Is there a difference? Is one stronger than the other, or are you just getting different versions of the same like concentrate?
to
Essentially?
me, I look at it differently. To me, everybody's body's different. Everybody's brain is different, and so like all of the different concentrates, all of the different strains, they're gonna hit everybody differently because we're all different. And so like I tell this all the time, like you may like this kind of strain, but then somebody else doesn't like it because it hits them different. Or like even if it's less THC, because it affects the synapses and all that, the strain of the flower connects to you different. Like you're more stoned on that one, even though it has less THC. So, the best thing to do is just smoke it and be the judge of yourself.
I hear that.
Facts.
I hear that. What's your favorite concentrate?
I like the diamonds right now, especially with the ones that my boy's making. Shout out to Cannabis Bootlegger.
Yes, sir.
He's putting
Yes,
out
sir.
some fires.
Yes, sir.
It's the
Hey,
one
this
over
shit
here.
right here, yo, this shit right here is amazing.
Right here.
This flower tastes clean as shit. Gotta say.
And this is my boy Budfather right here. Shout out to Budfather.
That's some slick packaging right there. I like how they shifted it.
El
So you
capo.
got to see it from two angles to see the whole picture. That's really tight.
Yeah, this one has all the lab test results on it. It's packaged with the safety,
The bud
all
flower.
that.
So like right now, for example, where can folks get abracadabs from you? Can they get it direct? Is there a shop?
Yeah, you just go to Abracadabs Apparel. You know what I mean? Or you could just Google Abracadabs and it'll come up. Luckily, you know, we've been doing this since 2013. So like you're gonna find it.
Shout out, Rosie. We see you.
You cannot not find it. Shout out
Here
to
it is,
Rosie.
puff, puff, pass.
Rosie over there inciting sessions and shit.
know,
I see
right?
you. I see you. That's right. Yeah. Cheers.
Oh no, what's passing it to Rosie?
There
Oh,
you
shit.
go.
Oh, shit.
Virtual pass. There you go.
Yeah, I was reading that. Said I quit smoking 4 months ago, and I miss it sometimes.
Oh, dude, I stopped.
It misses you.
right?
I miss it too. Like it's been like 13 years. More. or less.
13 years.
Yeah,
That's a
13
good.
years.
That's a good break.
That's a. Yeah, it's time to celebrate.
Yeah, I think
No,
the
but-
longest break I've taken in like 13 years is like a day.
Oh really? Nice.
Yeah, it's
Probably.
Yeah,
In some
weed's
form or
different now,
another.
man.
Yeah.
Taking a lot of breaks.
Weed is very different now.
Yeah, there's so many strains now. You can walk into a dispensary, man, and like so many sativas, so
And then,
many
it,
indicas.
man, and then they be lying
Now you got
to
And
choices.
then the hybrids.
Yo, let me ask you something, and this is one thing that I love. All right, have you ever gone to dispensaries or some shit, or even with just regular
Yeah.
vendors and just play stupid and let them pitch you and try to tell you like
Nah.
how good the weed is? I'll have people trying to tell me,
Do that.
oh, but this sativa, you know, its THC is like 35%.
Yeah.
I'm
Damn.
like, girl, this shit is snow cap.
Yes.
And that's cap.
Hey, that's Blue Dream.
Yeah, come on. Like, man, that shit
No,
is
I haven't, man.
That shit's
Give me
crazy
some- I
to
thought
me.
about that.
Give me
That's
some
crazy
white
to me,
rhino and some northern lights.
Right?
You know,
It's out there now. It's just called something way different. It's probably somewhere in cookies or
And
somewhere in something.
there's a lot of changes with see, that's the one thing that I stopped paying attention to too, was the evolution of it, how it changed, how like it was looked at a certain way, blah 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 blah. Not
Yeah.
only that, but like the high, whatever. So I was always in and out with it, and it just tripped me out to like start smoking again and have shit hit me so hard.
Yeah, man.
yeah.
Like it
But literally,
it
it's
wasn't
like-
like that.
But do you guys prefer dabs over flour, or what's your preference?
Well, for me, like concentrates hit me different than flour. I could dabble all day.
Well said.
Flour, like depending on the strain, and that's the other thing is like it hits you like a ton of bricks. But man, I'm telling you, there's so many different strains. Like I got my boy, what's his name? I can't think of him. Oh, Blackleaf. He puts out a good sativa.
Ooh,
Man, that thing's like it's like coffee, bro. You get stimulated.
What?
You're just like you want to get active. Like it just.
I like coffee.
Yeah, it's a whole. So there's so many different strains out there, man, and honestly, different ones hit you different. Some of them, like those OGs, will knock you out. You be sleeping good.
I feel like
You know what I
everybody lately is on these like runts or like anything exotic.
Yeah.
Have you smoked slushy yet?
No, I haven't heard of that one.
That one's pretty good. It's pretty goddamn good. It's like an OG
Slushy.
or something. Cross, but man, some of these weeds, man.
Or it says it is.
I mean, yo, most of the time I'm told so many things, and it comes down to my taste and smell.
Yeah.
Like if I smell Bubba, I know that shit got Bubba in it. If I taste OG, I know what OG tastes like. I actually know what these weeds taste like. So when I taste that and someone's telling me, oh well, this is fucking Durban Poison number 7 and fucking African Strain Monkey fucking number 9. I'm like, word? Okay, cool.
This guy's like, make me a judge. I want to judge.
Like
This guy knows all the breakdowns on the mothers and stuff like that.
that's wild,
Yeah,
yo.
yeah.
That's wild.
That's dope, dude. Because like in LA, I remember before it was like legal, and now there's hardly any illegal shops. But this is like when it was all Prop 215. Everybody said they had everything, and it's like, nah, that ain't it, man. I could tell. Like they just put a sticker on it. This is the flavor. You know what I mean? Like,
Man,
which strain you looking for? Yeah, this is it. You know
sure.
what I mean? Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, that's
Damn.
yeah, it's changed, man. But now the legal markets come in, and there's hardly any illegal ones. So you know what I mean. You see all the labeling, the packaging, all that, and the guys that are doing it legally, they're making sure it's all legit.
Super legit. And shout out to them because
Yeah.
that shit is not easy to go and get that paperwork done and go through those
That's
processes.
why they have to.
Word up.
Yeah,
exactly.
So part of California, you got to put all the everything on there, the potency levels and the solvents and stuff like that. They can't have pesticides and all kinds of like different restrictions.
Yep. And once they're in clinics too, that shit is like counted, has a serial
Yep.
number, tells you when it was packaged. Like,
Born on date.
What line?
This
it
one has
came
a born
from?
on date.
hey, but
Yeah,
that's
for
wild
real.
though, because you get a bag and you're like, "Oh, I got this bag from a clinic," but then you look at the back of that shit and it was packaged like in 2020.
Yeah, those are those slow shops.
Yo, right? Yo,
Those slow shops.
that shit crazy, man.
Yeah, man.
So
Gotta
what's
be
what's
fucked.
next for you? What's next for you for, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is there a new product you got coming out?
Yeah, we got a
Something,
bunch of
little
new
preview?
products. Yeah, we got another bunch of, I don't have any previews. I got this one right here in the front of you guys, the Abracadabs rig. But
So
yeah.
that's new. That's
No,
something-
that's not new. That's classic. My boy Pawz has that same hat with that same that script right there.
fire.
Yeah, but we got some new glass coming out. Some new designs. Sold out on all the other ones, all the different colors. We had like lime, purple, pink for all the ladies, and just straight clear and black. But yeah, got some new colors coming out with some new decals. So
Nice.
excited about that, and some new gear coming out.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
right. That's right. Hell yeah, man. Now, obviously, you got Abracadabs. Now, are there any, like, you know, have you expanded? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
we were doing our thing in Michigan for a couple years. This is before COVID.
okay.
You know, did an Abracadabs out there. It was really dope. Out there in Flint, Michigan. Yeah,
Wow.
off the medical scene over there. So yeah, man, had some fun doing that.
Shout out to Flint.
Shout out to Flint. There's a lot of good people out there. Shout out to the social club out there with Sapo running
Hey,
out
that's
there.
right. Hell yeah, that's dope. So obviously, COVID interferes with a lot of that shit. But
Yeah.
it's like, do you project now that, you know, things are kind of like opening up in certain states? Would you consider doing events like outside of California now, or like?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm always been open and considerate. Like, you know, Michigan, they came to us and asked us, approached us, because doing a weed event, man, there's so many different entities in the government. Like, you could be cool at one, but the other ones aren't cool. So and if you're gonna do a weed event, you want people to go there, be safe, and be able to come home that same night, not get all locked up. Because there was one event, I don't know if you guys remember it, but they did do an event and it was illegal, and it was in Las Vegas. And so all the feds were there. They were policing it. Yeah, I think it was like HamCon maybe did it or something like that.
Nah,
But,
actually, I hadn't heard about
They
that.
had undercovers hitting up vendors, and like the vendors couldn't sell it out in the open, and they were like, they had a stash. And so then they were seeing if they were giving up the stash, and then they were arresting them. So you don't want to have stuff like that happen. So like, yeah, as much as I would like to
Of
do
course
events
not.
everywhere, you kind of can't.
Facts.
You know what I mean? We're in California,
Facts.
Los Angeles. It's very liberal about it, but there's some places that don't play, man. Like Texas, for instance. You don't want to be doing a weed event in Texas.
And
get
that
caught
right
up.
there, yeah, see, and that speaks to it right there, exactly. Because
Yeah.
it's like, you know, Texas is about to open up all the way.
Yeah.
I think
No,
they might,
I think it's opened already.
right? As
Yeah.
of yesterday?
I don't even know,
Or
man.
2 days ago? Yeah, they
a few
opened
days
up
ago, everything.
completely.
That, and I think another East Coast state.
Look
Yeah.
at that question. How did the water issues mess with the Flint grow?
Damn, that's
Because the water affects what's out there, right?
How did the water issue mess with the Flint?
They're
grow?
talking about
I
because
don't
the
know.
Flint water. Yeah, because, you know, there's that
Well,
whole
you
thing
know,
about Flint water.
well, good growers that grow good cannabis are using water filtration, and so they're using reverse osmosis and adding you know, like calcium and all that stuff like that to the water. But yeah, you shouldn't for weed. She's talking about weed. I don't know if she is or not, but you shouldn't be having that problem with weed, because like they literally have to use 0 ppm water.
Yeah, I wouldn't imagine they're using tap water straight in there. You know what I mean? Like,
I
yeah.
mean, you can, you know what I mean, but to grow good weed, you got to have some good
yeah,
water.
yeah, if you know what
That's
you're
one of the
doing.
main elements.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Hey, Rodzik makes a good point. Texas was never closed to begin with. My guy,
Damn.
you're not playing.
There you go. Never
Yes.
close. You know,
Not at all, man.
filter your water.
That's
Man,
nuts, dude.
I don't even want to say about. Never mind. I was going to talk, but I don't want to self-incriminate myself.
Nah, nah.
Your friend.
I was going to tell a story, but never.
Well, you could say it like, you know, you just got to phrase it correctly. I heard of an occurrence
Oh,
such
okay.
as. Go ahead.
I'll remember that for the next podcast, so that way I don't, you know,
Yeah.
entangle this
Sound-
one.
No, don't even worry about it.
No, that's fine. That's
We're
fine.
good.
That's
We're
fine.
good.
Nah, but let's just say if you like, you know, you catch the wrong flight, the wrong crossover, whatever, and you're carrying some weed, because you can literally carry weed now from one state to another state.
Yes, you can. Out the
You know what I mean?
airport.
Check your
yeah.
local laws on that. I don't know which ones are which, but you know, from California, from Sacramento to Los Angeles, you know, as long as you have your rec. So I've been to Michigan, and they went through my stuff before, and I had my medical rec right there on top of it. Psh, you know, I had copies on the other, just made sure they could see that. They taped it up, and they let me have my stuff when I picked it up.
Hey,
Nice.
hey.
You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Yeah, that's why
Michigan is
I
medical.
got the card. I got the card. I was like,
Yeah.
y'all not gonna fit play with me. Like,
Yeah, because they
taking
honor
that
out of
shit.
state recs, so that was cool
Yeah.
about that. You know what I mean? Because man, back in the days, you can get caught up. Like that's like what is it? Smuggling, whatever they want to
Yep.
call you.
interstate
Trafficking?
Yeah,
trafficking.
yeah, there you go.
That's the one.
Attempt, a lot of attempts.
A lot of attempts.
A lot of attempts.
Hey, the
Attempt to
attempts will get
distribute,
you worse.
attempt to sell, attempt to.
Yeah, the
man.
attempts end up getting you worse than the goddamn thing's supposed to. No
Right?
shit.
Yeah, so yeah, shout out to the legality of it now, man. It's a whole different world from 13 years ago, my boy.
Wow, 13 years ago is a fact.
It's
dude.
easier now, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
Hell yeah.
To a certain extent. though.
I mean, Jersey's legal. Michigan, I think now is legal, or for some shit
There's so
like
many
that.
states now. It's
Yeah, I
beautiful.
can't even keep count anymore. Before it was like you knew it was just Cali did it, then Colorado went full blown.
Yeah.
And I mean, Colorado's doing pretty goddamn good off the
Yeah.
weed money, man. That shit sure hasn't let up at all.
Hell yeah.
So, is there any other state that once it's legal, you'd have your eyes on?
Shit, Puerto Rico, man.
Yeah, let's
Take it tropical, man. Shout out to my boys in Puerto Rico holding it down out there.
Puerto Rico.
Yeah. Hey, Mexico gets down too. I was in Mexico City a couple of years ago, and they had an underground cup. I forgot the name of it. My bad, my guys. But dude, they doing their damn thing all over the world, man. With these cups,
There you go.
all weed
Damn.
events. So you know,
Out the country consumption.
yeah.
Damn, that's
What
dope.
the hell must they be
Damn.
smoking
Yeah.
out there?
Something
Oh,
we're
I got
not-
a video of like we went to this one place in Mexico and we got on a boat and we traveled for like 20 minutes and got on this island and they had a whole cup there and they had educational ceremonies. It was pretty dope, man.
Hey, that's
I was
tight.
like, these guys are really doing it out here. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. The fact that they're so tapped in, you know, and
Yeah.
you figure that it's that worldwide now. Like,
Well, that's
wow.
what I'm saying. Because when I was first doing Abracadabs, man, there was no cannabis events. Like there was like Secret Cup was one of them, but he was doing them like
Right.
every 3 months and in different states, and it was like a secret like little event. And then nowadays, it's like they're still doing them, but not as much. But there's still all kinds of little weed events.
I
You know
mean,
what
yeah, that's true. And you hear about small ones here and there. There's really nobody has like a name.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, now with the condition of stuff, I'm surprised everybody didn't go online somehow.
Yeah,
You know,
right?
I mean, you would think you see all kinds of things now where they're like creating experiences for any other kind of product.
Yeah.
You know, it's like they'll send you a background, you put it up, you get on the Zoom event.
Yeah.
people
Shit,
dress
you
for
can order
these
your
things,
your
What
weed
is that?
now from
What
the
is that?
internet. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
like, you know, this thing called like experiential marketing. It's been around for a couple years, or like now it's coined that when you have an event, right? So it's like
Yeah.
big brands, they will have a place where they'll rent out a hall and they'll have 7 brands come in
Yeah.
and basically spoil you. And you will usually have to be like an influencer or someone who's lit, a celebrity or something like that.
Right.
Because they're like, yeah, let's come and get you here and get you to rep these brands for us.
Yeah.
And, you know, just for thinking about it, here you go.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Nice.
Never heard
and,
of that,
and
man.
you know,
So-
and that's crazy because like you think about that in terms of weed.
Yeah.
You know, shit. Create a lot of influence with that.
Yeah.
Shit, I'll show up.
You know,
I know that smoke.
I'm just saying that,
right?
and that's why you got
Yeah.
people that call themselves influencers. You feel me? Like,
I get it.
because that term
There
lets
you
you
go.
apply for that shit right there. Yo, hey, you know, it's the science. You know, we out here spitting all kinds of science today in magic.
Yeah.
But yo, so let me ask you a question then. Like, you had just said something about doing something online coming up.
No, he was mentioning something like, "Would you be down to do something online?" I was like, "Yeah,
Okay.
definitely would."
See that right
Yeah.
there. We definitely got to sprinkle the idea,
Yeah.
right there and watch it blossom.
Yeah, because you know, like
No,
a
we're
lot
gonna
of
put
people,
something together.
A lot of
Yeah.
people are staying home because you know you can't go out.
Not
California.
that we got kind of used to it, man. I was like door dashing, Grubhubbing.
Yo, facts.
I was like, "Damn, bro, this is convenient."
It is to a certain
Almost to an excess though now, huh?
Yeah.
Like, doesn't
Yeah.
a restaurant feel like a foreign concept sometimes?
Oh man, well, right now it's rough to go to a restaurant because they got the outdoor dining. It's all cold out there, and then
Yo,
you're trying to eat all
yeah.
comfortably, and it's like,
And you
dude, just stay
can't
home.
Throw some heat lamps outside, lady. People's,
It's-
you know, in
it's-
the restaurant.
It's like a reset though to go back.
Yo,
Yeah.
it really feels like it, doesn't it, man?
Yeah.
that's nuts, man.
Like you get used to just ordering and staying home because,
Yeah.
or go to pick it up and
Yeah.
you know what, I'm gonna go home because I was watching something.
What? Oh yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know, I'm watching something.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
or whatever the case may be. But yeah, this pandemic hit everybody the same way.
Yeah.
I
Hell
mean,
yeah,
differently, but in the same way, where as in the sense that you have to stay home, or you can't, even
Yeah.
go to a family function or whatnot. You know, even your family becomes strangers.
Yeah.
You guys live in the same house.
Yeah,
you
no
know?
reals.
Yeah, everybody knows each other real well across the screen, which is why, you know, we right here. You know what I mean? Connecting some dots for
Yeah.
everybody, putting everybody together, starting to like people remember that we get together and have conversations
Yeah,
and
exactly.
such,
That's
you
a
know?
good thing.
So that's why, you know, Pawz definitely brought us all together, you know?
For sure.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's the dope part.
Shit, I'm here, but I'm not even here, bro.
I can see that.
Huh?
We
I'm
see
waiting for
that.
him to bounce back. I'm like,
That interstellar high.
But yeah, that's where it takes me though. I get like, I can't
Bro,
even
that shit's amazing. No, I hear you.
Yeah.
Shit. You know, it's funny. I used to compare that, like, you know, because I've had a lot of conversations with people at tables like this, back at the Shaw and shit like that.
yeah.
We used to compare that shit to like everybody being like in space, but at the table.
Nice.
But in space.
Yeah, yeah.
But at the table. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes you pull back and it's like, whoa, back to the table.
Nah, that's what it is though.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
That's nuts.
It just depends on the topic too. So for me, it's like I have a bunch of people on here, and the topic changes, but it stays the same.
Yeah.
Like with my boys that cook, people that draw, they do this, they creative people, like how it bounces back and forth.
Hell yeah. Real exchanges. You know what I
But
mean?
it's a beautiful thing, just conversating. You know?
But that's why we ask people on here because too, you know, we want them to showcase what they do. I know
Yeah.
Pawz was like hella excited, like hell yeah, we finna have Abracadabs on this week.
Yeah.
It's gonna be tight.
Bro, I haven't had any guest that I wasn't excited about.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hey, well, you got to
Hell
check it out. When we
Real
whenever-
shit every week.
When
Real
things
shit.
open up back again, we got that tour called Smokers Tour, right? And so literally, my boy rolls these big, like 1 pound cannons.
Damn.
And we this is before COVID, so I don't know how we're gonna do it now. Maybe those moose mouthpieces. Everybody has their own mouthpiece, something puts it on it. But anyways, we start with this big pound. I got pictures of it too. You can go to my Instagram, you can see it. And we pass it around. And by like the third time, like the thing is like halfway done. And everybody's tapped out, bro.
Damn.
Everybody's tapped. They're like, in the beginning, they're like, yeah, we can smoke that. That is no problem. Like, I'm smoked up. You know what I mean? Like, talking all this big game. And then that big cannon, man, it'll teach you.
Little
real
smokes
quick,
after.
Real quick.
Hey, and what's crazy is that roach, right?
Yeah, no, the roach is like this big, man. I don't know where's the camera at. Like that big.
Damn.
I'll look it up. I'll give it to Pawz.
That's fucking nuts.
Have you ever been in one of those rooms where they drop like a slab on a burner and the whole room does like a crazy hot box?
Oh, nah.
I've seen that shit online.
got you. I
Never
got
done it myself,
Yeah.
but I always, you know, I heard
Yeah.
a couple of events try doing that.
Yeah.
That shit would be impossible now, obviously.
Well, they were doing
Pre-COVID.
slab dabs where they get the whole slab and they were dabbing it like that. But I know what you're talking about. I've seen
Yeah.
the guys up there in Seattle, Dab Stars.
Yeah.
They have like a grill or something, and then they throw the whole slab on there.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah,
But yeah, and they hotbox a room.
yeah.
Damn.
Well, that's how it is with that on that smokers tour, man. We're on a bus. There's like 50 of us, and you're passing it around. That motherfucker's hot box.
That shit is hard though, because like the TMZ tour, cool. But you get a smoke, I'm with it.
Damn.
I'd have been on
I'm
that
not
shit.
even joking.
I'm so
it sounds
mad
like
that
I'm
shit is done.
exaggerating. Yeah, no, but it sounds like I'm exaggerating. It's no joke.
Nah.
Literally smokers tour.
Hell yeah. That's
We
fucking.
gotta get you on there, Pawz.
We got a question from Ron's.
No.
Can we plug in
Stylistic Jones'
new project?
I forgot the name of it, but Styles does have a new project. Yeah, he's dope. He fucks the alcoholics.
Nice.
That's right.
Yeah, he's really dope.
That's right.
But yo, shout out to everybody that tuned in. Like I've been
for
like,
facts.
I've been distracted by this
Yeah.
slab, seeing what people were writing.
Oh, I got
Okay.
y'all
We
here.
got all
Out the
kinds
house.
of waves bouncing
Yeah.
around.
I got to wave at a whole lot of a. You know, I see
Jen
all y'all.
Bearcat.
Hey, shout out
See
to
you.
There you go.
There we go.
Whole lot of y'all. Yeah, man. I mean, dude, this right here though, we got to give this up right here.
Yo, and then
Cannabis
we got
bootlegger,
some. Check this out.
doing a real thing right here, my guy.
Hey, we got you some Oreo cookies, my boy. Some
Damn.
Oreo cookies that get you really out of space. What was that?
Damn.
Wow.
You need to command your own ship.
That's dope.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Damn.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Next time I see Paul, we're gonna be dabbing hard. We're gonna be dabbing hard.
Uh huh.
You want to dab right now?
Check that.
I got the torch
check
and everything
that.
for you. I brought the diamonds just for you, man. So this is for you, my boy.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Diamonds are forever.
Yeah, diamonds are forever right there.
Wild.
Just a little dab will do you.
There you go. Dab away.
Super
Yeah, already.
concentrated.
Oh, yeah.
Super concentrated. What's the THC on that? Yo,
Oh man, I don't even know.
Some wild ass numbers.
Yeah, not to get you high.
Hell yeah.
Nah,
That's
but
what I'm
this is
talking
some
about.
tasty shit though. What strain was this again?
I want to say that one was.
That's more important to me. What's the taste?
I want to say
Okay. ice cream
Okay.
cake.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. So
Hell
some
yeah.
tasty stuff. Just take it low temp. Pause. You'll be all right. Don't be letting somebody put that heat on there for like 5 minutes and it's all red and you go in, man. You gotta make sure that shit's low temp.
Low temp. Low temp.
Science.
No, no.
Hey, I'll send you a link on it.
Yeah. But I tell them, like, yo, how does one know to make something low temp?
How to take a low
Yeah,
temp.
how to
That's
take a
good
low-
question, man.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that one right there.
I'm
Is
pretty sure there's a video out there on it, huh?
pretty
On
sure.
YouTube, I'm pretty sure. Low temp dabbing. You'll
Yeah.
find that.
You gotta have the
You'll find
right torch.
Low temps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta have the right torch.
Yeah, my boy cuts out like he has a sensor. He's the heat sensor. He'll put a gun to it. He makes sure it's at the right temp for him every time.
Damn.
He doesn't play. He's like he loves it. He smokes a lot of rosin, so he's like,
Oh, rosin is some
Yeah.
super
Damn.
duper, man.
Yeah, he's like, I don't
real
wanna waste
talk,
this.
dude.
Yeah.
That's like, whew.
next time we gotta do all that,
Bro,
Little
the
buffet.
education level.
the education level.
This was a
Damn.
crash course right now
Yeah.
for me. Like,
Oh yeah, man.
Damn.
Yeah, like if you would have taken some diamonds, them things are.
Oh, he's gonna take some of it right there.
Yeah, he said he's gonna take some. Oh no, that's a fact.
There you go. Some diamonds. Yeah. He's
Yep.
like amazed.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
this is weed.
yeah. It's some powerful weeds.
This is ganja.
It's some powerful weeds. You know what I mean?
Extracted.
Straight up. The capos. What?
You got
these
it,
are
yogurt.
pre rolls.
Yeah. There's some pre-rolls right here. There's
Yo,
some for
good.
you right here. Oh, yeah, but this is from Budfather right here. Got his
Don't even wanna
Instagram,
open this. This
Snapchat.
looks
What's that at the end?
Oh, that's some. Oh, this right here or this?
That-
Some
the jar, the jar.
Oh, there's some more wax. Some Budfather wax for you.
Damn. There you go.
So this is. Oh no, wait.
So this is what that legal pre-rolls look like. You got
this
the packaging with the seal on there.
And it's from the same.
and the
Yeah,
branding.
from the Budfather.
Okay, so same branding. All right.
Then it got the strain, the
Oh,
potency, and when it was rolled.
so it's
That's hella dope that it's printed on the box. A lot of people
Yeah.
do this shit with a sticker. That's
No,
next
and
level.
then, I think it is a sticker. Yeah, I think it is a
oh
sticker.
yeah, damn, it is.
Yeah, so and then they gotta
I thought it was
you can
printed
go
on the
online
box.
and you can check it out, make sure it's the right batch. They
So
got a batch
dope.
number and all that.
Hell yeah.
so
California
this
don't
is
play.
All, this is all one brand. This is
Yeah, that's all
I
one
like
brand.
bootlegger cannabis.
Yeah, that's a bootlegger cannabis, and then this is Budfather, the pre rolls.
yeah.
Yeah,
you
shout
go.
out to
Yeah,
those good
bootlegger
guys.
ain't playing.
Yeah,
We'll
bootleg.
say that again. This is white runs, y'all said?
Yeah, white rinse. Yep, that's what it was.
Very runty. Yeah, man. So where can everybody find you, man?
Just Google Abracadabs, and if you want to Google me, John Mendoza Abracadabs, but it's just the @ Abra _ CA and then _ DABS Abracadabs. But you could just Google it. There
Okay.
it is right there.
Yeah, I mean it's such an easy name to
There you
remember.
go.
That's the great part in the
Yeah.
branding.
There you go.
There you go.
That's one of the bongs that we saw.
Hey,
Damn.
yeah, the bong is definitely what I was looking at.
I'll
Yeah,
hit the,
man.
I'll hit
That's
the
that
bong.
beaker, that 18-inch.
I'll hit the bong.
Yeah.
Yep. Dope.
Yeah. So
Damn.
these are all just people that support the brand and post, and we reposted them.
Hey, that's
You know what I
that's
mean?
even doper, man. That's, you know what I mean? That shit is a movement.
Yeah, that's
That's dope.
one of the magicians right there. If you pull that running up right there, that you were just
sticker,
at.
the
Yeah,
image?
Yeah, that's a sticker.
That's
But that's
fire.
my boy Fricks. He took AWOL's magician, and then that's the new magician.
Okay.
And then the rabbit is like the also the mascot of Abracadabs. So it's that both of them together.
I
And
dig that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
They're their own character. You won't see that. It's original.
Yo, that
artwork.
foot looks super, man. This is
Yeah,
a
but if you
fucking-
look at it, what I like is the cards on there have 710, and then in his hat it has 710.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that
Yeah,
part.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Like usually, like I'll try to put a hidden little message in somewhere. Usually in the designs.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so
I'm
there's
weird
the,
like
oh,
that,
you
you know
for
what
real?
I mean?
You got Easter eggs and the stuff?
Yeah. Like this one I got in Dabs We Trust with the Illuminati eye from the dollar bill, but I'll put
Ooh,
some-
I need that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, that's tight.
This is that one I was telling you about AWOL real quick. AWOL did this one right here. This is back in like 2015 designs. I don't know if the camera can pick that all up, but it's a bunch of
It's metallic. Yeah, shit's dope.
yeah.
Yeah. It's the Last Supper.
Yeah.
Dad.
Oh, that's tight. Yeah.
Got the homie right there smoking with
The Last Supper or
got
the
a
Last
dab
Puffin?
right there. Yeah, that was AWOL's design. I didn't even, I told him I needed something. He came up with that. I was like, yo, that's sick.
Yeah. That's a wild design, though.
Yeah.
Be a dope shirt.
No, it is on his shirt.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I missed that one.
No, there's been shirts on all these.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Oh, so that Illuminati one got a shirt?
Yep.
Enough
Sent
said.
a shirt. I got you guys. I'm gonna ship Pawz some new stuff we got. So I'll make sure I get you guys' sizes as well.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate you guys.
Hell yeah. Now, we appreciate you coming
Yeah,
through,
yeah.
man.
Yeah,
Been hella
for
dope,
sure.
man. It's a lot of
Yeah, yeah.
education, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people don't know what it all comes down to and where it comes from.
Hell yeah.
So we appreciate you for coming on, man.
Yeah. No, I
For
appreciate you guys, man. Thanks for having me, and shout out to Pawz One, always doing his thing and
Yes,
always
sir.
representing the culture and especially LA. You know what I mean? Shout out to Pawz, man. Thank you, man, for always being that dude.
Yeah.
Solid 100 man.
Appreciate that. What is
Yeah.
what does that say on the shirt right there?
Oh, that's his. That was my tagger name back in the day, Star.
Word.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah. So,
See?
anyways, it's on the shirt, and so in the beginning, the brand was called Star Essentials. It was like the production company that put on the events. You know, the Abracadabs of other Clouds Fest and 17. So like that, he knew that, but like not many people knew, and so he threw that in there. Like, you know what I mean?
That's dope.
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
I don't know, like if anybody could see that. If you could show them really quick, see if we could kind of pick that up. Whoa, wait, yeah, there we go.
Hey, there you go.
If you could zoom in on that, or if you're on a big enough screen. So you got like Jesus guy, and he's got 710 on his hat. That was AwolOne. Yeah, nah. I like his art. It gets down.
It's dope how it just like shimmers and shines.
So this is I wanted to show this earlier.
Let them know.
This is AWOL. AWOL did the character.
Oh, dope, man.
What?
That's a nice connection right there.
So he did the character for the homie Max. I was doing a
Nice.
song with the homie Max, Thoughts Arising, and I had a concept and AWOL drew it. It was like a
Dope.
playing card. It was cool, but he drew the character, and I asked Max like, "Yo, is it cool if I use it?" And he asked AWOL, and AWOL was like, "Yeah, you could. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you
yeah.
paid for it, bro. That's yours."
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, dope. So I took it, I ran with it for a minute. And when the concept for this album came out, I saw that little face
Yeah.
and I draw. So I asked him, yo, is it cool if I add to your drawing?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, go ahead.
Damn.
So
That's what's
there
up,
There
man.
you go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to
Dope
Pawz. Hey,
connection,
because like
bro.
most people wouldn't
Fuck
have
yeah.
done all that. Nowadays generation, they'll just take it and just it's theirs. They made it from
Yeah.
original. Shout
Yeah,
out to my
nah.
dude asking for
Straight
permission
up.
from
I
an
asked
artist.
him,
all
I asked him
respect.
and he was like, yeah, go ahead. So it fit with the concept. Like, 'cause
Yeah.
I had the concept of,
Yeah.
the name came first, the Thomas Post Hamas, because you figure like, yo, what was that dude's name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thomas Post Hamas. Like his name was Thomas.
Yeah.
But anyway, so it was like a whole, kind of thematic, like, listen, this is a story. I'm telling you a story. And for people that saw that face first, now they see it like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they wonder why.
Yeah.
And it just goes on and on. But to tie it back to AWOL, shout out to AWOL for
Yeah,
drawing
yeah.
that.
So dope.
Shout out to everybody that, helped me put the album together,
Yes,
That's
sir.
dope.
Yes, sir. And a matter of fact, isn't a speakeasy coming up very soon?
So the beer thing that we're doing is like in process.
Yes.
And takes a while, but in the meantime, it's like, all right, look, how can I get people together? Not many. I just like,
Yeah.
and we celebrate. Like, we get to have a drink. We get to see each other. This is the beer that goes with the album.
Nice.
It's just everybody gets a chance to eat, meet each other, talk.
Yes, sir.
And it's real small, 40 people.
Yeah.
And the only way to get in is you got to buy either the album or you got to buy the beer that I have that's coming out.
Dope.
And it's a 9%. So it's a double IPA 9%.
Damn.
It's a good solid beer. Like,
a solid smacker.
so with that, you get that, you and a guest into the party.
Yeah.
but you don't get the address and none of that till later.
Oh, nice.
But I just want people there that I fuck with, and
Yeah.
you know, that's how you get to see. Is like, all right, will they pay to come see you?
Yeah.
And a lot of times, you
Yeah.
know, being out here, you hear stories like, like I'm not gonna put you on because nobody pays to see you,
Right.
and so you're like, well then, I'm gonna take my business elsewhere.
Yeah.
You know.
They're lost.
And yeah, so, and that's what I did, but I circled back. But with this album, yeah, I got to talk about a lot of shit. You know, I don't really promote myself too much on my own show, you know?
Right. Which you should. So right now is the time.
Yeah, so I just, you know, kind of broke down a lot of stories, shit that was on my mind, like things that I got to talk about, like having all these experiences with like my friends that passed. Like it was weird because I kind of felt that shit coming in a way, if that makes sense. Like, yo, something bad's gonna happen. You feel it. I know it sounds stupid, but
No, I feel you.
Nah, it's not.
It
You know,
happens,
your
bro.
gut do talk
Yeah,
to you, man.
yeah,
You know, straight
it'll,
up.
it'll get sour. Like,
Yeah.
it'll tell you, yeah.
Yep.
So
So you had to let it out how you let it out. And
yeah,
I mean, you know
it
what I'm
happened to be
saying?
that.
Dope album.
Thank
Hell
you.
yeah.
Yeah, it
Dope
is.
album.
Bro, the song, I mean, you already know how I feel about a few of the joints, bro.
Yep.
Like,
Facts.
absolute dopeness.
I
man.
had a cousin. I haven't talked to him in years, and he lives down the street. And he's like, he messaged me, and he's like, yeah, I remember that. I said like, it's like a fucking curse. The drama don't change.
Yeah.
My family stabbed each other over domino games.
Damn.
He had a bright future. Then one shot, boom. Issue wrapped up in tin foil, blacker than Pennzoil and boiled over one hot spoon. So to whom? It may concern in those taking offense. Judging my music by my color doesn't make any sense. I could say some shit from the heart. Don't ever listen, because it won't make the top of the charts. What am I missing? This one's to save my soul. It's a letter to God. Had the angels sing the chorus just to better my odds. Sorry for my wrongs. I never meant to be a sinner. I was born to be a loser till I made myself a winner.
Let him fucking
That's
know.
right.
Yeah.
So, but I had to exhale all of that, because like you carry the shit, but like your friends, like, you know, people you got
Yeah.
love for.
Yeah.
And it's painful, but you know, you got to get that out of your system to grow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, this is a big gem out of a lot of dope gems that my boy drops. So, you know what I mean? If you do fuck with it, you should definitely tap in, because it's going to be a unique experience.
Oh, yeah. You know I'll be there.
You know what I mean? So, man, like I said, it's been a hell of a Sunday. Actually,
Yes, it
yeah,
is.
a lot of unexpected knowledge came with this. I definitely fuck with the fact that my guy was in the party crew scene, though. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I was right there with you, my guy. Yeah. Hey, that's dope.
That's funny.
But hella dope, man. Fucking, it was great to get a wealth of knowledge on your brand, though. Too,
Yeah, no, I
man.
appreciate it,
for
man.
sure.
Thank you guys for having me. I have had a good time as always, like all the other times. So appreciate you guys, and love the podcast.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Underground Hip Hop Blog as well. Shout out.
Shout out to Rondo.
Yeah. So
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
and
thank you, man.
shout out to my guy again with these right here, Cannabis Bootlegger, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Sheesh.
thank you. Yeah,
Cannabis
Cannabis Bootlegger, my boy Budfather. Yeah,
Everybody
Everybody
today.
that
the
contribute.
Godfather Capital
Dope.
right here with the amazing boxing. Man.
This is
That's
this is our outro song now.
I think so.
I think that's what
Damn.
he's saying.
Yo, was that? Wrap it up, B.
That hurry up.
I think the jazz one is the intro.
I'm
and
feeling
then,
that.
You feel that one?
and this one is our outro.
This one's
You know what I'm
dope.
saying?
I like it.
Yo, before we go, we forgot to say peace. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.